Hi! It's already the end of Handmade Network with Reinvention Jam, so let's take a look at what I did this week. I decided a good first step would be to do a mockup to kind of see how the launcher's UI should look and work, so here it is. Here we have a search bar that will allow us to browse our local applications library and hopefully in the future search for new applications on the web. Below is an area that will show a banner for the selected application. And here we have our application library with icons for each application that you can double-click to run. And I spent way too much time trying to make live resizing look fluid, which is made unnecessarily painful by the operating system. On day 3, I had the UI mockup a bit fleshed out with Creative Commons images, and here Orca is loading applications metadata such as icons, banners, and blurbs from application bundles it finds inside the local applications folder. When you hover over an icon, you can see a tooltip showing the name of the application. You can click the icon to select the app and see its banner and description, and you can double-click it to open it in another tab. Tabs are backed by separate host processes that will be in charge of running the WebAssembly module for the app, so here we can see dummy processes posting debug messages to the main process. On day 5, I had cross-process drawing figured out, so I could give each host process its own graphic surface and display the surface of the selected host inside the main UI. I used the angle library to set up a GLES context for each host, so it can draw its contents using GLES APIs and shaders, and I also polished the look of tabs a little bit. I spent day 6 actually loading and running WebAssembly in host processes. I used an existing interpreter called Wasm3 with a simple API I found easy enough to integrate to the project. I also wrote scripts to auto-generate most of the binding code to give Wasm modules access to the GLES API, and I defined a simple messaging protocol to communicate between the main process and the hosts. So, not much visible progress, except now we are compiling shaders and driving GLES from within WebAssembly modules and receiving input events from the main process, such as mouse clicks. The last day of the jam, I added an important feature which allows starting an app from a browser. It uses a custom URL scheme that instructs the browser to open the Orca launcher and pass it the URL. Orca then uses that URL to download a compressed archive of the application into a temporary directory. It then uncompresses it and runs it in a separate tab. Applications are normally transient, meaning you don't see them in the library and they get deleted when the app closes. But you can click on the import button to install the app in your application library, meaning it's now persistent and available for offline use. You can always upgrade the application by going back to the developer's website and accessing the Orca link again. You can find more discussion about the project in the associated Handmade Network page, whose link is in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.